lost in Whisper's Edge. A week had passed since Charlie's dog, Jasper, vanished into the night woods behind their farmhouse. Desperate, Charlie followed every tip, each distant bark, every glint of hope. The trail led him farther from home than he'd ever meant to go, down winding roads and forgotten lanes. Just after dusk, he stumbled upon a town he'd never heard of, Whisper's Edge, its single street illuminated by amber lamps, storefronts gleaming with an uncanny cleanliness. As he walked beneath the lights, he noticed something strange, his own shadow, stretching long and thin behind him, while the townsfolk moved through the glow casting none at all. Charlie asked about his dog, but the townspeople's faces tightened, eyes flicking to the street, to the sky, anywhere but to him. An old woman in a rocking chair hissed, "You ought to leave before true night." But Charlie pressed on, following a fleeting sound, Jasper's familiar bark, thin and distant, toward the edge of town. The further he went, the quieter everything became, the lamplights flickering until finally, the only light was the sickly moon, hanging low and heavy. Looking down, Charlie saw his shadow gone, swallowed by the darkness, even as the moon shone bright. He turned to run, but the town had changed behind him, streets twisted, the buildings loomed, and the people stood on the sidewalks, staring, faces smooth and empty, their eyes black and endless. They moved without sound, their feet gliding over the ground, and where they passed, the darkness thickened, pressing in until Charlie could barely breathe. He called for Jasper, but only silence answered. The town's center drew him in, and he realized, with mounting horror, that the people's eyes were fixed not on him, but on the place where his shadow should be. A cold hand closed around his wrist, impossibly strong, and in a chorus of whispering voices, the townsfolk spoke, "You've brought a shadow into our night. Now you must leave it behind." The darkness pooled at his feet, rising, coiling, wrapping around his legs, his chest, until Charlie felt himself pulled down, lower, deeper, into a place beneath the town where light could never reach. The last thing he saw was Jasper, tail wagging, eyes wide with terror, already half shadow himself, before the townsfolk faded and the night swallowed Charlie whole. Whisper's Edge stood silent once more, waiting for the next lost soul to bring the darkness a shadow to claim.